Hey y'all, hope you're doing well. Jason here. I was inspired today by listening to the new hit song Rich Men North of Richmond. And also I got an email from Matt Walsh. I've been following him and the Daily Wire for some years now. I'm in the health industry. If you haven't found out, that's something that I've been working in for about 15 years. My dad has been a nutritionist since I was a kid, and I've been able to think about health matters for some time and look at them from a lot of different angles. When I first started working with my dad back in 2008, when I got out of college, I didn't really know what I wanted to do, if I wanted to work in that field, but after time went by working with hundreds of people at the office, we got a nutrition office, and then getting the opportunity to actually work with one of my dad's mentors, Dr. Russell Jaffe. I've learned a whole lot about the industry, the nutrition and health industry, the health industry in particular, the medical model that we have here in the United States, and then also about the supplement industry. It's saddening to kind of hear about how people are their lives are being hurt by some things that are going on. Essentially, big business pushing products with the guise that they are trying to help, but a lot of times it doesn't. And so we've seen that a lot coming through our office. So this article by Matt Walsh talks about big pharma once again makes billions off a drug that doesn't work. There are a lot of drugs that may have an effect, but this whole phrase that doesn't work, the challenge is, and I appreciate Matt Walsh and him bringing up important topics, and this is something I like to talk to about people that I really agree on a lot of things with. Is in regard to health, there are things that we need to look at differently in regard to how our health works. One of the things is to understand what the medical system is about, what it is, what's it for, why was it created. A lot of times people don't even realize that the medical system is based on theories, and what the doctors tell you is medical opinion, and it's opinion. And what do we say? I mean, most people, when they're sharing their opinion, they share it in such a way where they're like, that's just my opinion, you can take it or leave it. Well, why is it that doctors are telling us their opinion and they make it sound like you have to take it or you're going to die? Why is their opinion different? Because they've read more about research that has been funded by companies that are trying to prop up certain systems of care and certain products? I mean, these are things that we have to really examine. And I understand if you haven't had the opportunity to examine them. That's one of the things that has been interesting for me to look at in helping people at the nutrition offices. Most of you don't have the opportunity to go out and examine these health topics in detail and get into the depth of the information that's available and just understand the way the industry works. Even the supplement industry. I work in the supplement industry. Even there's a lot of crap going on in the supplement industry. It's like a wild west out there. There's barely any regulations. If something's FDA approved, that doesn't mean much, because there are a lot of chemicals that are approved to go into processed foods and supplements that you could actually say could be adding some burden on our body and could be harmful to our body. So people have heard of this glyphosate, and it's kind of a topic that's a big topic, kind of blew up, and these companies that were involved with getting glyphosate out there were being dealt with. So that's a topic that people know about, but there's so many other things that are going on that I think most people are unaware of, that are harming their bodies, and they go to the doctors and they try to figure it out, but the doctors aren't equipped to really help. They're trained by these systems that are set up by pharmaceutical industries and the medical systems. It's an allopathic model based on theories that are maybe half-truths, are not full truths. So it's actually could be leading things in a direction that most people don't realize are not a good direction. Now, don't get me wrong. Like if I get in an accident, or my family members gets an accident, and there is an open wound or a severed limb, or there's emergencies need to be taken care of. But chronic health conditions that come as a result of generational health problems or genetics, environmental health factors or chemicals and things in our environment, and then our choices. The biggest one is our choices, our decisions, and how we think, how we speak, and how we act, what we feed ourselves, if we exercise. Those are from what the research shows in regard to the genetic potential of our bodies and the influence of our choices on our genetics, epigenetics. It's as much as, really 92% of our overall health outcomes are from our choices. And this is information that's given by Dr. Russell Jaffe. He used to work at NIH, National Institutes of Health. He's dove deeply into the genome project. He knows the data, and I've even heard numbers higher than 92 before, but he says 92, and I think he's being conservative, and he's a very intelligent man. I think he often is more conservative than in the way that he shares things, but 92 is still a huge percent. So if you're going to the doctor and you're getting diagnosed with a drug, that you need to really examine things more deeply, because the doctors, while they are there and they should be there to really be critical of everything that's going on, they should be critical of the drugs and everything to help you with your health. And there are some doctors who do that. Unfortunately, not all the doctors behave that way. It's actually a larger percentage of doctors who are just kind of going with the flow, following what is, kind of being pushed. And I just wanted to share that because Matt Walsh, I respect his opinion on a lot of things, and he shared some good information here in this article. And the last thing he said here, he said, "Is this an ideal situation from a public health perspective? Of course not, but it's the system we have. And if there's any upside to the news this week, it's that no one, not even people who are just shopping for a decongestant, can deny it anymore." And he's talking about the problems with our system and drugs and just a lot of things that are going on with pharmaceuticals, drugs, and all of this. So, and again, I respect Matt Walsh, but what I would try to do to kind of complete this idea that he's getting at is we should think of our health individually. If we think of health collectively, we're going to be missing what health is. Now, that's different when it talks about the health of a community. There are certain aspects to health of a community, and that means there's law and order. There are people who help with emergencies And there are certain critical parts of a healthy community, but we have to kind of separate an actual person's health from the health of a community and having public health. Hang on one second here. I hope that didn't interrupt the video. Okay, I think we're good. So, yeah, my phone went off there. I've used my phone as a video camera. It works pretty well. But I want you to really be equipped in knowing that you have control. You have a lot of control over improving your health, and you have enough to be able to do it. You have enough energy, you have enough opportunity, and if you need some guidance, I'm happy to help. Reach out to me, comment on this video, and share it with your friends. Send me an email. You can find me at steveshealth.com. That's 2 E's. It's like sleeves, but with a T instead of an L. STEEV as in Victor, ES, health@gmail.com. You can contact me and ask me questions, anything you want to know. I've been working in the nutrition industry for 15 years. I've been working with a doctor the last 6 years in regard to learning from him, being mentored by him, but also helping teach about the testing that he developed, as well as the supplements that he developed. It's a passion of mine to really help people heal, and not only heal their body, but heal their mind and heal their life, and to develop a more abundant and prosperous life. I'm trying to do it myself. I'm not there, but I'm trying to learn how to share, and I think that's what we all need to do, is help one another in this way. So I appreciate you listening. If you listened this far, thank you so much. Like I said, share the video, like the video if you do like it, put a thumbs down if you don't like it. Give me a comment, give me your feedback. I'd love to hear from you. Look, I don't know everything. I'm trying to learn, but I do want to share this with you, and I hope that it's been helpful. You can check out some of the websites where I do work. Perque.com, PERQUE.com. That's a professional line of supplements. That would be where some practitioners would go. If you're a chiropractor or a nurse practitioner, medical doctors, if you want to know about high quality supplements, Perque.com is a good website to go. Direct to consumer supplements, ProsperNutrition.com. I'm involved in helping that company. And then the nutrition office that I've been involved with, my parents started about 30 years ago, and I've been helping about 15 years. Nutritionandhealthcenter.com is the website. So those are some places where you can find. Also, if you're interested in learning about lab testing, that I have been helping doctors learn about, ElisaAct.com, ElisaAct.com. That teaches about some biomarkers as well as an immune test. And so most of the time, practitioners will look at that site. At nutritionandhealthcenter.com, there's information about that testing a little bit. So I look forward to connecting with you. I look forward to sharing more videos with you. And again, please give me your feedback. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to make this a conversation. There's a lot of need for discussion about health, and not between the powers that be or the big heads. I've been working closely with a lot of doctors, and I love them to death, and they provide great plans, health programs for people. And if you're looking for a good doctor, I can help you find one. But sometimes these doctors, they don't know how to really connect and talk about these health issues. Some of them are really good at it, but some of them, have trouble. They're so deep into the science of, biochemistry and the way the body works, that sometimes they have a hard time relating this information or relaying this information in a relatable way. And so that's one of the things that I feel like is my place, is I can kind of make that connection. This is what the science is saying or the doctors are saying, and this is how you can think about it and apply it to your life. So again, I hope this has been helpful. Feel free to ask me any questions about nutrition, supplements, exercise. I'm a certified personal trainer as well. I love the topics, and I'd love to talk openly with you. Would love to have you on the show if you're a health professional or a health influencer. Would love to interact with you and talk more in detail about health topics that interest you. And thanks for watching. I hope to see your comments, and hopefully we'll be able to chat soon. Take care. Bye-bye.